So here we have the Series X box, so proudly proclaiming 4K 120 FPS, 1 terabyte SSD, which is going to come in super handy because the games are getting bigger. So let's get this open. Power your dreams. So here we have the new Xbox, and then there looks like a box of bits at the back. Got a HDMI cable, the usual bump for getting started, what have you. Here we have the new controller with batteries. Oh, that's an interesting feel. So it's got texture. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's texture on this pad here. It feels quite different to what I'm used to. But same design in the hand, but there's a textured feel here rather than being smooth. Oh goodness, this is slightly heavier than I was expecting. Bit of a brick actually. There we go. So before I show you the Xbox, let's just get a quick getting started guide. The main event. Got it upside down. Well done, Mark. So here we have it. This is quite different to the One X, which I'm used to. So you can see here we've got a couple of USB ports, network port, power, HDMI out, and that large one is an expansion slot. Nothing on the side. Front you've got disk, another USB port, a couple of buttons, presumably power and eject, and nothing on that side. And on the top you have this very distinctive fan design. So just as a comparison, on the left is my Scorpio edition controller, and on the right is the new one. So you can see they're kept generally with the same design. This one has a button here in the middle. Otherwise the button layout's the same, a bit more colourful because the Scorpio didn't have the coloured letters. Still powered by batteries and otherwise looks the same, but as I say, the newer one has more texture on the grip than this one. It has a little bit of texture, but it's generally quite smooth. This one has a lot more texture. So while not much has changed on the controllers, plenty has changed on the console itself. You can see they've gone for quite a radical redesign when compared to the previous One X that I've been using for the past few years. This redesign means you're going to have to put some thought into where you're going to store your new Series X, because it's quite big and it puts out a lot of heat. That is a giant fan on the top. I originally put it under my TV in my TV cabinet, but I found that the giant fan was putting out so much heat I was worried about damaging the cabinet itself. I've now placed this behind the TV, which has given much better airflow. One thing I have noticed is under heavy load the Xbox can be quite noisy. You'll be pleased to know that level of noise isn't typical, and I found it runs silently and I can't hear it while playing games. So far, graphically, I haven't noticed a major difference over the One X. I guess it's quite soon in its life cycle for developers to really take advantage of the new hardware. Keep in mind, I'm comparing the Series X to a One X rather than an original Xbox One, and so the One X had a little bit more power in it already. I haven't noticed any major issues playing Cyberpunk, which is the game I'm a bit obsessed with at the moment. It looks great, plays well. It's crashed a couple of times on my One X, but so far hasn't crashed on the Series X, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do to enhance the graphics and take advantage of the extra power the Series X offers. At the moment though, it's just the same on both consoles. Microsoft have done a good job of allowing you to find games that have been modified for the new consoles. You can go to the library filter and select optimize for the Series X and S, and that will give you a list of games. One I would definitely recommend checking out, it's very beautiful, is Ori. This can support 120 FPS and it can super sampled at 6K at 60 FPS, and it looks amazing on the TV. My camera's not really captured it very well here because of the reflection, but this game looks incredible. Definitely check this one out. This is available via the Game Pass, which I also highly recommend getting. And generally I've found that speed is the main improvement over my One X so far. It boots quicker, games load faster, and I love when you power this on, it can just take you straight into the game very quickly. So if we power this console off, let's turn it off, then we power it back on, it powers on within a second of holding down the controller, hit the Cyberpunk game, which is the one I'm playing at the moment, and it loads up and drops you straight into the resume section as if you just had it on pause. It's absolutely brilliant. And in case you were wondering what the new button on the controller does, it currently takes a screenshot. Hopefully there'll be some more functions, or I can adjust that later on. I hope you found this short review useful. Thanks for watching.